The benefits of vitamin D3 continue to multiply. It has really risen to prominence, I would have to say, in on and around 2020, because it was a part of a lot of people's little emergency use bag, okay? Bringing up in prominence with like zinc and vitamin K2, where D3 is often paired with. But yes, this common vitamin, I already spoiled it, okay, with D3, could protect some heart attack survivors, okay? So yeah, like I said, more benefits, more gooder. People with a history of cardiac arrest could protect themselves from future risk with one simple daily habit. Study of at Intermountain Health in Salt Lake City, Utah, discovered that supplementing with vitamin D3 can significantly reduce the risk of a second heart attack in those who have already suffered one. In a large randomized clinical trial, researchers monitored patients' blood levels for vitamin D while adjusting doses to achieve optimal levels. According to a press release, they found that treating heart attack patients with higher doses of vitamin D3 cut the risk of a second heart attack in half. What? That's pretty significant. The findings were presented at the 2025 American Heart Association Scientific Sessions in New Orleans on Sunday. A study called Target D trial involved 630 patients between April 2017, and May of 2023 who had experienced a heart attack within the previous month. 85% had insufficient vitamin D3 levels. Interesting. So if you're running a scarcity of D3 in your system, is there a correlation there? Do we see something? Participants were separated into two groups. One received targeted D3 treatment and the other did not. Oh, so you're just gambling with their lives, huh? I'm just, of course. The goal was to raise blood levels to more than 40 nanograms per milliliter, so 40 ng over ml. Participants in the vitamin D treatment group had their blood levels checked once a year to determine whether they were above the 40 nanograms. The more than half of them required an initial dose of 5,000 international units. Most adults are advised to take between 6 and 800 international units of vitamin D per day to maintain a level of around 30 to 50 nanograms. Okay, so the participants were followed until March of 2025 to monitor their cardiovascular health. Of 630 patients, 107 experienced a major cardiac event. That's a not insignificant portion there. Okay, so lead researcher Heidi May, PhD cardiovascular epidemiologist at Intermountain Health, said in a statement that no adverse outcomes were noted for administering higher doses of vitamin D3. Yeah, because it takes an awful lot to really produce an inverse effect in your body. Okay, so we're excited about these results, but we know that we have further work to do. We have work to do to validate these findings. Up to 2/3 of people worldwide have low levels of vitamin D, and especially at this time of year, depending on where you're at, the most accessible way and the normal way that your body procures vitamin D is through direct exposure to sunlight. But if you live in the neck of the woods where I do, okay, the sun doesn't come up until 9 and it starts to set at around 3:30. It's awfully depressing, especially after the Christmas season, because as you can see in the background, I do like me some Christmas. I just hate me some winters because they're long and cold and dark and terrible. Anyways, Dr. Bradley Sewer, okay, the Maryland-based interventional cardiologist and chief medical officer at Vital Solution, who was not involved in the study, said that it has long been recognized that maintaining optimal levels of vitamin D offers substantial cardiovascular benefits. Previous studies have established a correlation between low serum vitamin D levels and an elevated risk of hypertension, coronary artery disease, stroke, and heart failure. So yes, get those D3 levels up. It is important. It is easy to do. Supplementing with D3 is cheap as chips. You can get as much as you want in your body. It's really going to be tough to run a toxicity up on it, but yes, consult with your healthcare professional, get your blood work done, make sure that your levels are proper, and if not, supplement to your heart's content. So with all that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.